I love how much y'all appreciate the old school pieces. I don't know, did I bring a piece of nostalgia out in you? Was it because some of y'all used to wear some of these joints or had a family member or somebody that you idolize wearing these joints? I like the old school pieces too. I don't know how many of them can make a resurgence, but there were a few pieces that I failed to show you on the last video that I will show you on this one. Let's get nostalgic together. Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you on to some more Block Boy special old school pieces.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Now, this one isn't going to be a long video, but I got a couple of extra pieces that I figured would add to the nuance, to the old joie de vivre of the street pharmaceutical or the street entrepreneur that used to wear back in the late 80s, early 90s, and even trickling into the 2000s. Now, one of the pieces that I forgot to mention, which was super popular, was anything nugget based. How many people did not wear not only that limited edition Rolex with that nugget bracelet that Eminem wears, which is horrific, the full chunky nugget bracelet, even a nugget chain, but you couldn't forget the nugget ring. I don't get the nostalgia or the appearance of this full chunky ass nugget style ring. Only this one, I mean, it's got kind of a look. Like if somebody pops you in your fucking forehead with this joint, it's gonna look like you have mental herpes. It's insane. This is a heavy ring. Like, how much does this shit weigh? 35 grams for this ring. It's a beefy, chunky ring, to be honest with you. This is what, 14 karat? I don't know if it's 10 karat or 14 karat. It doesn't have any stamping on it. My assumption is going to be that it's 14 karat, but 14 karat chunky nugget ring. I mean, this was something dudes was wearing back in the days, matching with the chunky bracelet to go along. I mean, how much throwback can you get? But if you was a more refined criminal or a numbers guy or a bookie, you would get the nugget with some stones in it. I mean, you needed the little stone fleck. As a matter of fact, yesterday I went to a little Greek diner and this little old man came in with a beautiful fit. I mean, the dude was to the nines. He was absolutely Greek because he was speaking in his native tongue. And it looked like they came from some sort of wedding or some sort of ceremony. Dressed to the nines. Your man must have been bare minimum 85. And he was rocking his old school nugget with his stones. He definitely has had that ring for well over 40 years. And he was wearing it with the utmost pride and looked so elegant wearing it. So this little nugget with some stone accents to it really does have a piece of element for the older demographic. Or if it's a hand-me-down type situation, like if that gentleman, when his time comes, passes it down to a grandchild, I don't think it'll be dated. I think it'll still have a modern look with a nice little classy vibe to it. Now this isn't a full nugget, it's a half nugget, and these stones in the center are CZs, there's not full diamonds. But it's also not an expensive ring at like 500 and change bucks, 14 karat gold with CZs on it. I would obviously replace them with either a moissanite, CVD, or just go full diamond if you're gonna go that route. This is old school vibes, and I saw it in actual action with an older gentleman yesterday, and he looked fantastic. Shout out to you, kind sir. I know you're not watching, but in spirit, I know you're with me. Did I just kill him? That's mean. Next one. Now these two pieces are something that I mentioned in my last video as that entry-level street guy starter kit that are a necessity to some of the street guys. Not only do they need these on their fingers, but I told you some of the biggest street guys are very religious. So of course you add 2 and 2 together and you get the entire final supper on a 2-finger ring. Let's go. I mean, the Last Supper with some stones on a 2-finger ring. Like, does this not scream street? But of course it won't scream street. You know why? Because if you're gonna go street, you're gonna go double 2 ring type situation. This one, I don't know who thought of that. He probably watches my channel as we speak. Your man said wet money. Okay, I don't know what wet money means. Are you laundering money? Is this a cash situation? But this is what you looking for. You talk to people like this back in the day, like, yo, what you talking about, B? What we doing, son? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is street swag at its finest, my people. Like, This is how you talk to people. If you was a DJ, you was hitting that fader and you scratching the tape. You know what I'm saying? You was cutting it. You was cutting it real quick. Like, come on, son. Let's talk to me nice. I don't know about this wet bunny joint. I mean, shout out to you if you do watch my channel. I don't know what your purpose was. This was definitely a pawn of some sort. But you can see how old school this joint is. Really old school. Probably has some residual drug paraphernalia in here. And this one, I mean, even comes with like a old school ring sizer. This is definitely another pawn piece. But look how fucking washed up and old this joint is. With the ring sizer there, like permanently stamped on. The back, oh my God, this is so old. But this is that street vibe, yo. These were the last two pieces that were essentially missing from the last video. Tell me not. Would you still rock these joints today? Would these do something for you? I know it'll attract attention. Maybe not the attention you're looking for, or maybe it is. And this might just get, I might get a Cubano one just to do it. Let me know what you guys think of these old school pieces and if it's your type vibe. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. Living my nostalgic old school vibes all day. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.